Hey everybody, back again, and I am going to show you now, once again with OBS, the broadcasting software, how you would add a single image into one of your scenes. So I'm going to share my screen. And here we are again. Remember, last I left you, I had added my video and my audio. Now, I'm back in my calendar talk scene. And so in my calendar talk scene, I have images that I like to add. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go once again to sources, and in sources I hit the plus sign and you scroll up until I get to image. Notice that I am not going to image slideshow. We will do that when we add multiple images. For now it's single image, I'm adding image. We've seen this box before, it's the same thing. Here it's important to rename. So I am going to call this first one days, as in days of the week, because I do my calendar talk, I talk about the days of the week. So I click OK. And then I am going to click browse. I've got to find my file on my computer anyway, the same way you would do it if you we're searching for a file on your computer. So I am, all right. That's not what I wanted. Now I gotta go and find it because I don't remember where I put it. Typical me. So I would put in calendars. Now, that's not it, that's not it. Okay, so this is the one I want. This is my days of the week. Now, here it is. This is the image I want. Here's the one thing I want to point out to you. If you have done my YouTube video on how to create images from PowerPoint, Keynote, or Google Slides presentations, I have done the same thing. I have created a file of all of the slides from one of my presentations. Notice also that I have taken into account on my slide that I want to appear in the slide with it. So I have adjusted my slide. You can see here there's a lot of empty space. That's so that I can be in it. Okay, so I found my image when I browsed. I click OK, and here I am. You can't see the whole slide. I can choose this, and now I can adjust to the side and see I'm in the back here. So then I adjust it and I pull it so that it's the whole size of the screen. Here's what I want you to notice. My image appears here. Whatever is at the top of the list is what is at the front of the screen. I can lock it so that it can't be moved around. Now I can't do anything with it, right? I can also make it so that it's invisible by clicking the eyeball. Look at how nice that is for class. If I want to take an image away so easily, all I have to do, there it is. Now, why am I not being seen? Well, we haven't set up green screen yet so that I'll appear there. If I weren't doing green screen, I could do this. I could bring my video up to the top. There I am at the front, and I could always just make myself small here at the bottom. Okay, so for now, I'm going to do this because we haven't set up green screen. That's a whole other video. Not really complicated, just another step. So the other thing I want to show you is that this is a great trick. If you want to shrink your image, you want to crop it. You don't actually have to crop it in your things. You can hit Option, and it'll slide it in. Look at that. I'm cutting it off. I'm actually cropping myself here. Option, which is I think Alt on a PC. Look at that. Don't I look pretty? Well, stop it. All right, so there, you've got that. You know how to make yourself invisible. There, I made myself invisible. Turn myself on. I could also lock my screen here, so now I can't move it if I don't want to. All right, and so that is how I would do it. And look at how easily now I can shift between scenes. Now it becomes seamless, just like it would be in Zoom. Remember, this is going to be our virtual camera. This is what our students will see on the screen. So this is cool. I don't want to get into the into the green screen yet. That's a whole other video, but I will now show you multiple image addition. So special person, I am going to add special person here. Again, I add the plus sign, and I'm going to go now to image slideshow. Okay, and you know what? I have to pause for a second because I did forget. There's one other important thing that we need to keep in mind. When you do this, you must reverse it. Zoom does not do this to you, but Google Meets, you would need to flip it so it's backwards for you, because if you project this through Google Meet, this that you're seeing right now would be backwards for your students. So easy. I take the image. I'm going to unlock my image because otherwise it wouldn't let me touch it. Remember, we had that little lock there. I'm going to right click on it. Transform. Transform is important. Flip horizontal. Flip horizontal. That flipped me. Because I clipped video capture device. I'm a silly girl. Transform. Flip horizontal. There we go. Now I'm backwards. Now I'm there. That means I got to put myself over here. Now, it's a pain in the neck. It's not that big a deal to deal with this, with it being backwards. Real honestly, it's really not a big deal. But if you want your kids to see it the right way on Meet, has to be this way. All right, so now back to my other point, how to add multiple images. You go to your scene, you go to sources and the plus. I go all the way up, and right below the single image is image slideshow. Image slideshow, and I'm gonna say special person. And now I click OK, just like before. Oh, that name is already in use. I'm just gonna call it SP for special person. I've got it in use somewhere else, but I wanna show you how to create it. All right, now, you gotta decide what your settings are. I don't want it, I want it to stop when it's not visible. And I also don't want it to be automatic. I decide when the slides go. Manual. I will move the keys. I will transition through the slides. Now, so we've got stop when not visible, manual for slide mode, and transition is fade. That's fine, that's pretty. You don't need loop. Now, here again, you got to choose your images just like you did on your computer. So before, with the calendar talk, we just selected one image. Here we're going to select a range of images. So I'm going to go add files, and I am going to grab a bunch of my slides. I'm not actually, oh, do I have, I do have special person there. I will add special person, and I will select, I'm going to select them all, just to be a wild and crazy woman. Okay, so I've selected all those slides, and I click, oh, you know what? I didn't even do it there. Hold on, that was silly me. I apologize, my brain. I need to go to my desktop and special person, do it there. So here I go, I select my whole range of slides from wherever you have them. And again, if you have a slideshow presentation, export them as images. There's a whole other video on this, and I click open. Look at me, I'm frozen over there. That's not very attractive. Okay, once again, I'm gonna have to resize my presentation. So I grab it from the corner, bring it all the way down. This one I have not yet modified so that the slides are the right size. I'm getting there, doing it little by little, because I was using Zoom, so I didn't need it this way. Now, here, the whole thing is in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings. It's on the bottom right, and in settings, I am going to choose hotkeys. Hotkeys is an easy way to go from one slide to the next, so it's not a pain in the neck. Hotkeys, I'm going to go all the way down until I see the presentation I chose. Special person, we named it SP. Next slide, pick what you want. I'm going to do the right arrow. And the previous slide, I'm going to choose the left arrow. So now anytime I do that, I will move slides in this presentation. So I went to settings at the bottom. This came up. I hit hotkeys. I found the presentation I was talking about, and I set those hotkeys. I don't care about any of the rest of it. We don't need that many hotkeys. And okay, now watch. I'm going to hit arrows. Okay. And it's not going to do it. Hotkeys. Did I not? I don't think I hit save. Did I hit save? Special person. Next slide. Yep. And previous slide. Okay. That one. That one. No, I don't want the down arrow. I want that one. Okay. And let's see how it goes. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I didn't take the first time. And now I'm going forward. I'm hitting my right arrow, and I'm going backwards. I'm hitting my left arrow. Super easy, and you can go through the whole thing. So now I've added that. Once again, I can lock it if I want to make sure it stays put. I can make it invisible. I am, again, behind the presentation. If I put myself up to the top, now I'm in front. Once again, I will be showing you how to do the green screen in another video. But for now, if you want to know how to make it real easy, I just go like this and make myself small at the bottom. Okay? That's just as easy. If you get frustrated and the green screen when I teach you doesn't work out, this is just as easy. And again, I can lock it so it doesn't move. I can make myself invisible. Remember the little trick? I'm going to unlock it. The little trick I taught you was Alt or Option, and I have to select it, and then I can slide this in and adjust it. If it's red, it means you can adjust it. If it's blue, it's not ready for you. Okay, so see there, but I couldn't adjust it with blue. But when I get it red, I can do it. Okay, so now we have learned how to add a single image. We have learned how to add multiple images. We have learned how to add hotkeys to a presentation to move it through with hotkeys. And we have learned how to lock and unlock a source. We have learned how to make a source invisible. And we've learned how to reorder our sources by sliding them, dragging them, and dropping them in the order that we want them. And again, if I wanted to, for example, add the same image to another one, this is already created as an image, as calendar. If I wanted calendar in another scene, I can now do the same thing. If I wanted to, for some reason, add calendar here, and I wanted to add an image, I could do the add existing again. Once it's there, it's there. I'm going to cancel it. What did we not do here that we still need to do? We're reading these forwards. Our students will read them backwards if we leave them like this. So once again, we've learned how to transform our slides. We don't need to do any big steps like going and editing photos. We just go to slide, right click, transform, flip horizontal. My whole presentation now is backwards. I will show you. And there you go. Okay. So we've learned how to transform them so that they're backwards so that our students will see them. With a regular background of a picture, it doesn't make so much of a difference. However, when they're reading, they're not going to do well reading backwards in their second language or in their first language for most of them. I'm used to these presentations at this point, so I know what's coming and I can read them backwards. Okay, so that's it, my friends, for this segment. We covered a lot. Adding an image, adding multiple images, adding hotkeys, transforming your presentation so that it can go backwards, forwards, locking and unlocking a source, making a source invisible, reordering sources, Lots of things for you to play with. Play with it. They're easy to delete if you don't like what you made. You highlight it, you hit delete. It's gone, start over. Just try it again. Okay? Reach out with any questions. zonadeprofes@gmail.com.